Can a song change the world? Can a poem change the world? A song and a poem can indeed change the world. In the 1930s, a haunting melody called Strange Fruit became an anthem against racism and injustice in the United States. Behind this iconic song was a man whose life was as fascinating as it was unknown, Abel Meeropol. Teacher, poet, and composer, but also a fighter for human rights. Abel Meeropol was born in 1903 in the Bronx, New York, to a Jewish family of Russian immigrants. As the son of immigrants, he understood from a young age what it meant to be different in a society that did not always accept those on the margins. This personal experience with social marginalization became a central element of his personality and sensitivity toward social issues. He studied at the City College of New York and became an English teacher at a Bronx high school. But teaching was not his only passion. Abel was also a poet and composer who wrote under the pseudonym Lewis Allen, a name chosen in honor of his two children who died in infancy. In the 1930s, Abel was horrified upon seeing a photograph of a lynching in the southern United States. The image of two African American men hanging from a tree deeply impacted him. This brutality inspired a poem that later became the song Strange Fruit. With harrowing words, Abel described strange fruit hanging from southern poplar trees, lynched human bodies. Singer Billie Holiday heard the song in 1939 and decided to perform it, bringing it to life with her powerful voice. Holiday's performance turned the song into an anthem against racism and hatred, making it one of the most influential musical pieces of the 20th century. Singing this song came at a great cost to Billie Holiday. In many venues and occasions, she was forbidden from performing it. Authorities strongly disapproved of the song. However, Holiday was resolute and consistently defended the necessity of singing it and exposing the injustices suffered by some citizens, especially in the American South. During the McCarthy era, the U.S. government surveilled, harassed, and persecuted many individuals who had ties to communism or who held critical stances against official policies. This included artists, intellectuals, and social activists, among them Abel Meeropol. Although Meeropol did not face legal charges or persecution as severe as others, his association with communism and his critical stance against social injustices made him a target of government surveillance. What was McCarthyism? McCarthyism refers to a period of intense political and cultural persecution in the United States during the 1940s and 1950s, characterized by a hunt for suspected communists and subversives. This era is named after Republican Senator Joseph McCarthy, who led a series of investigations and public accusations against individuals suspected of sympathizing with communism during the Cold War. McCarthyism was not limited to McCarthy's activities but included a broad network of surveillance, denunciations, and censorship directed at artists, intellectuals, government workers, and anyone perceived as a threat to national security or capitalist ideology. But Abel Meeropol's story does not end there. In 1953, Julius and Ethel Rosenberg were executed on charges of espionage during the height of the Cold War, leaving behind two young children, Michael and Robert. Abel and his wife adopted the orphaned children, shielding them from public stigma. They raised the boys in a home filled with love and a commitment to social justice. Abel Meeropol had met Julius and Ethel Rosenberg through leftist and progressive circles in New York during the 1940s and early 1950s. The Meeropols and Rosenbergs shared an interest in political and social causes, particularly the fight against racism and economic inequality. These were the same circles frequented by W.E.B. Du Bois, the renowned African-American activist and sociologist. Some speculate that Du Bois introduced Meeropol to the Rosenbergs, although there is no clear evidence to confirm this. The impact of Abel Meeropol lives on. Strange Fruit is not just a song, it is a testament to the power of art to confront injustice. Another of his poems, The House I Live In, became a protest song popularized by Frank Sinatra. Co-written with Earl Robinson, this song addresses diversity and ideals of equality in the United States. While it is sometimes interpreted as an ode to the U.S., it is actually a text laden with social critique, envisioning an ideal America filled with equality and recognition of diversity. Additionally, his family's legacy continues through Michael and Robert Meeropol, who founded the Rosenberg Fund for Children, an organization that supports children of persecuted activists. Abel Meeropol lived his life as he taught, defending justice, even in dark times. As a teacher, poet, and adoptive father, he left us with a powerful lesson: words and actions can change the course of history. If this story moved you, give it a like, share, and subscribe for more stories that left a mark on humanity's history.